show lined up for you. I'm your host, Kim Jacobs, better known as the Balance Doctor. And all of our guests that come on, they're either people that have overcome some tremendous odds in their own lives as they balance this thing called life, or they're experts and they're here to share tips and strategies that will help you better balance and manage your life. Grab your virtual seats and let's get ready for some real relevant and relatable content on today's episode of The Kim Jacobs Show. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of The Kim Jacobs Show. We are super excited to be here with you today. And yes, we have personally had to implement our own resiliency backstage. So we have with us today, Kae. Kae, how are you?
I am great. Thanks for having me. How are you today, Kim?
I am so wonderful and so glad that you are here to talk to us as we kick this 2025 year off, which that's crazy even saying 2025, but kick this off and learn how to be just more resilient and do it at its finest. How can we do it and still master this thing called life, right?
Absolutely. Yes, and that we can.
Mm-hmm. That's right. We're going to have a great time today, everyone. So I see some of you coming in already. Let us know where you're visiting in from. We want to thank you for being in the virtual studio audience and making the Kim Jacobs Show, where we're bringing balance to the world, one household at a time, as awesome as it is because of your presence and who you are. So thank you so much. So as we get started today, I want to introduce you to this best-selling author of Resiliency at Its Finest, spiritually, mentally, emotionally. She's an inspiring speaker and a transformational coach whose life itself is a testament to the power of resilience. Now, she has over 30 years of experience and expertise in spanning from health and wellness, financial services, personal growth, you name it, she has done it, and she's embraced it with grace and poise. I would like to welcome Kae. And how do I say your last name? Kazmende?
Kazmende, you were very close. Yes. Yeah.
Kazmende. Kae Kazmende to the Kim.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And thank you, Kim, for having me. It's a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. I see you saying hello out there, the digital entrepreneur. Thank you so much, Mommy. My mom know me well. She done bought me a whole cup with some ice and a straw to top it off, right?
And she's waving. Hello, Mom.
Hand back there. She's like, hello.
Yes, indeed. Hi. Hello, beautiful. Yes.
Good morning.
Yes,
have a great show.
Yes, and thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You know, I have hot flashes. I was like, I have no water. Life cannot go forward without my ice water. Do you have something to drink over there too, Kae?
I do. Oh, actually, I do right here. You're absolutely right. I have water.
Yes, come through, right? I see you, Mercy, saying hello, everyone. Glad to have you here on today's episode as one of our studio audience members. So, Kae, when we're talking about resiliency, I mean, not everybody knows what that even means. So talk to us from your perspective of what does it even mean to be resilient?
Okay, well, resiliency basically is strength, as we know, your power and strength. And oftentimes, some people think that resiliency, they just wake up, I'm going to be strong. I'm going to be resilient. And it doesn't quite work like that. Resiliency is something that takes time to build. And when I say takes time to build, resiliency comes from the things that we go through in life, life's challenges. Okay. And then going through life's challenges, you know, you have the option to either fold and let it, engulf you and get the best of you, or you can become resilient and learn, grow through that challenge and learn from that challenge, which builds your resiliency.
Yes. Come through resiliency. That's right. Learning from those life challenges and the things that we go through, that builds our character, that builds our level of resilience. According to the dictionary here on Oxford Languages, says that the ability to withstand or recover quickly from difficult conditions. Babies are generally far more resilient than most new parents even realize, is an example. And then they also say the ability to recoil or spring back. Look at that, recoil or spring
Right.
after bending, stretching, or being compressed. When I think about these things, Kay, I think about in life, we get pressed and stretched and pushed beyond our limitations in many instances. But this
Absolutely.
is here to talk about resiliency today.
Is absolutely, and that is so true with the dictionary. What your resource shows, babies are more resilient than us adults typically, because think about it. As a baby, they're going to they're grow. We all grow, but when they fall, they don't think about just laying there. They go back up. They bounce right back. If something happens, they get ding their finger or something, they get right back up. But for some of us through life, it doesn't quite happen like that. And then when they do bounce back, they know, they've learned, oh, they're not to do that again. Or this is what will happen when I fall. I know to get back up.
That's right.
So for us as adults, as we live life comes with lessons. And it is for us to go ahead and learn from those lessons that come with it, the challenges, the different cycles, because life is a cycle, as we know. It goes around like a carousel. I call it the carousel of life. I have a whole piece on it. We'll talk about that another time. But it's absolutely, it's like it is just that. It goes in cycles, and each time it comes around because you have built the resilience from the first challenge. When it comes back around, either you'll see it before it hits, you'll know how to handle and respond to it, and know how to continue to add on that armor. I said that armor of resilience.
This is good. So when you have this level of passion in dealing with teaching other people how to be resilient, that means that some things have happened in your own personal journey that built those muscles in your spiritual walk, your personal walk. Talk to us about what happened in your backstory that made you become resilient.
Okay, and absolutely, Kim, you are absolutely correct. I cannot be, and it is a passion for me, because my goal is, and what I do is that I inspire and empower others to build their resilience, to grow through their life's challenges. For myself, my resilience started early on in life. I can go all the way back to childhood. Okay, the childhood trauma, the times of being, we'll do this. And of course, I didn't recognize it until I became older. But at 8 years of age, my resilience was being cultivated at that point, or even early on, but being cultivated because I was at home babysitting, taking care of myself, a brother that was 18 months behind me, and my newborn brother. He was a baby. He was a newborn baby. So at 8 years of age, that's where I can say and pinpoint, that's where it really started. Because I became the babysitter to care for myself and my siblings behind me. And then as time in life progressed, my resilience continued to grow, because at the tender age of 13, I found myself where I was, with much blame and things like that. And no question, I was bullied, ostracized by family and friends, and as well as expelled from school, from my middle school, because the principal called me into his office and told me, and it wasn't because of my grades, it wasn't because I misbehaved, because I excelled in school. But he let me know, he looked me dead in my eyes and told me, he said, you are a liability. This is no place for you in your condition. And that condition was pregnancy.
Oh, wow. Okay, what in the world? I was not, I done got blindsided. I was not expecting you to say that. So you're in school. First of all, you've already been caring for your parents,
siblings, my siblings, yes,
caring for your siblings, and kind of being like a parent figure to them, because you were there watching them and as they were growing. But the thing is, you end up getting pregnant yourself at the age of 13. You said
tender age of 13, I was pregnant. And like I said, the principal called me in the office and let me know I'm a liability. There's no place for you here. So I got expelled, kicked out of school, and I had to truck, it was in the middle of the school year in the wintertime, and we're talking Wisconsin winters. It's cold. It is cold.
Basically, get out because you're pregnant. The school said get out because you're pregnant.
Correct. Are
they allowed to do that?
Back then, now you gotta remember that was in the 80s. Now I'm not gonna tell my age, but that was in the 80s.
You look good, girl. You look good. So back in the 80s, if you're 13, girl, we can start adding some numbers together.
Right.
So you look real good. So back then they were able to just expel you from school.
Exactly.
From school because you were pregnant at 13 years old, and they felt like that was a liability to their particular school system.
Correct. Exactly. And that is what the principal told me.
Did your parents fight that?
No, I ended up at a school clear across town that caused me to take 3 buses in the middle of the wintertime in the bitter cold to get there each way and back. And of course I was, scared, felt hopeless and lost, didn't know what to do. At 13 years of age. But what happened for me is that there were two teachers that intervened in my life. And what they did at the new school, because the new school was a school for pregnant girls, and I was the youngest one there.
Okay, wait. You kind of like saying the story, and you adding extra pieces as you go. You get sent to a new school that is, that's right. Oh no, let me get my glasses. Who said? Girl, you made my stuff get tired all my stuff all over the place. Let me get my glasses on. Mercy said, oh no. So you get dismissed from this school, Kae. You get sent, your mom and dad still feel like, we don't care that you get dismissed there. We're going to get you still in school. So they re-enroll you to another school that's designated for pregnant girls. And so you're now across town catching 3 buses to get to this school. And now these teachers intervene. Talk to us about those teachers. What happened?
So those 2 teachers intervened, and what they did for me, they gave me hope. They let me know that you are not what people say about you. Your life is not over, and you can rise above your circumstances. So I consider them 2 of my 5 guardian angels. Okay. But they did give me hope. And they also gave me an action plan, a plan that I followed. I followed their plan. And with me listening and, having determination, I was able to go ahead and earn all my credits that I needed to graduate from middle school. Okay. So by the time I was 14 years of age, after I had given birth to my son, I was determined to prove the naysayers, the bully, and that principal wrong about me. I went back to the same school, to my that middle school. Yes, I did. I went back to that middle school.
Movie. What? You got me over here. I'm like this. Y'all type in the comment section. Are y'all on a roller coaster ride, or is it just me? Because I'm over here like. So you come, then you done had the baby. You get out of that school that's designated for pregnant girls because you already had the baby. Now you come back across town. You convince your mom and dad to re-enroll you. How do you just go back to the school? You gotta
I went back because at this point we're at the end of the school year.
Okay.
I went back to that principal's and stood. I went back in his office, stood in his office, head held high, chest up, and let him know I'm finished. I've completed my credits, and I request to graduate with my 8th grade graduating class. And he validated my credits. He validated my transcripts because I gave it to him. He validated everything, and I was able to graduate with my 2-month-old son sitting out in the audience in his baby carrier.
Oh my goodness, girl. That right there is a drop the mic, be an advocate for yourself even at an early age, and go make your life great. Yes.
Yes. So that was the start. Like I said, that was the resilience. It was building. It was building. And as time went on, typically 14-year-old, you're having fun for the summer and everything like that. Right. Well, for me, I had to step into the workforce because I had to pay rent at home and care for a newborn child. Right. So I started working at 14 years of age, but then, as you know, came high school. Now, high school was anything but typical for me. It wasn't your average high school. So to go ahead and sum that up, my high school years were filled with the walk of shame every day because there was no one to care for my son, and I couldn't afford daycare. Mm-hmm. So what I endured was, I said, a walk of shame every day, because I faced the whispers, I faced the stares, I faced, what people were saying, as I was the only girl in the entire high school. And I went to a huge high school, but I was the only one in high school carrying a book bag on my back, a diaper bag on my shoulder, and my baby in his carrier with me, class to class.
So now, first of all, kudos to your high school for allowing that to even happen. Is that, because that seems to me that would have been rather abnormal, right?
It was abnormal.
But they were kind enough to allow you to come to class and make the exception for you to bring your baby, the backpack, your book bag, and take the baby to class with you.
From class to class, so that I can learn my academics. I was determined. He was sitting in his
high school. That's a special high school. That is
it was a public high school. Because see, back then they did not have, for one, I had stacked odds against me, Kim, as to being a teenage mother, young, and then a single parent, and just different things what people were saying, society was saying, so were labeling me of what I would not, accomplish and achieve.
Right.
And I refuse to allow that to define me. I refuse to allow. Yeah. So that's where, and again, this is my story as to how my resilience was built. So I refuse to cave into what people were saying, what society and school as well. And I was determined to not only make something of myself, but also I had a son that is looking up to me.
Wow. Okay. This is like, I would say this cray. This right here is something I would tune into. I'll be like, look here, go get the popcorn. We can watch this movie, and it's based on real life events about this child that's now turned into this resiliency expert. Your life is a movie for real. Okay. So you go to high school. First of all, let me go back. Your parents, you have these parents that clearly love you and support you. So talk about your parents for a few minutes before we just.
My parents were there. And what I will say, I'm going to say that they did the best that they knew to do. I mean, because for myself, I come from a large family. It's like 15 of us. Mm-hmm. Okay. So they did the best that they knew to do. That's what I would say. I mean, they were there, but again, I mean, the support that I had a roof over my head. I can say that, so again, they were there, but it was, again, what I faced on a daily basis and what I refuse to allow, to become.
Wow. Okay. And so you go to high school, the teachers at this high school, and if you want to send a shout out to the high school, feel free. But if the teachers at this high school allow you, without any major resistance, for you to go through your high school years with your child in tow, and then what? You graduate? How does that process work?
Well, in high school, there were 3 teachers. There were 3 teachers that took to me with understanding, with care. And they taught me what those teachers taught me. They taught me lessons far beyond the textbooks. They taught me how to have faith. They taught me how to believe in myself. They taught me how to set goals. They taught me how to persevere. Uh-huh. And they saw a future in me. They saw my future when I couldn't see it myself at the time. So they believed in me, and they helped, guide me through those 4 years. And when it was all said and done, I did, in fact, walk across another school, another stage, and it was to receive my high school diploma. Now with my 4-year-old son sitting out in the audience, and he had been to 2 graduations, and he hadn't even started kindergarten yet. So he was a pro. Yes, he was a pro at graduations, and he hadn't even started school himself. So I in fact did do that. So that's the base background of where my resiliency really, was developed.
That's so good. So now you have your son. He's 4 years old. He's clearly developing resilience, even though he doesn't even know it. You graduated from high school. What happens next? What's the next piece of your resilience?
So after that, after high school, I did want to go into the military, but I wasn't able to do that because I had him, no one to care for him. Mm-hmm. And I went on to college. I did, in fact, go on to college. I later on got married and had more children. Okay. You know, and even with the marriage itself, that came with the highs and the woes, you know, and that cultivated more resilience as well. And that concluded in a divorce, a whirlwind of a divorce. So the resilience came there. Again, as you continue to live life and experience life, and you grow through the challenges, that's where the resilience build. And it cannot happen without you having a strong spirit, you know, believing in a higher power than yourself, as well as your mindset, the determination, okay, as well as your emotions, because all of that is affected for you as a person, but then those around you as well. So as much as my life has been like that, like life typically goes,
right?
I don't say I'm a victim because I am a victorious winner.
That's good. Okay. So you truly are a victorious warrior, resilient winner for sure. And now, as this resiliency expert that you've become in living resilience out in its finest, what advice would you give other women and men that are tuning in today? I see all of your comments. Mercy said, Jesus, this is resilience. I mean, that's like, I can imagine how you're saying that, because I see a lot of hand claps and different things and emojis. And I also saw Dr. Lotus Richey. I'm sure she's going to want to definitely have you on her show. He's a global talk show host for the Lotus Richey Ignites show. So if you all have not tuned into her show, you want to check it out. It is epic. She says, hello, Balanced Doctor, with another great guest. Yes, come through, great guest. What advice would you give people, Kae? We're going to take a commercial break, but I want to come back and talk about what are some tips and strategies that you give people to implement how they can immediately start becoming more resilient, regardless of what their circumstances are, when we come back right after this break. So get that in your mind, and we're going to come right back.
All right.
We'll be right back, everybody, right after this break. Resiliency at its finest. Oh, man. Let's see. Mackenzie, let me see. Hold on a second. I'm just there you go.
Hi, I'm Kim Jacobs, the Managing Director of the Charlotte, North Carolina chapter of eWomen Network. I am so excited that you stopped to watch this video. I've got good news for you. You've just discovered an international network of women entrepreneurs who are committed to helping you achieve, succeed, and prosper. We're on a mission here to help 1 million women entrepreneurs each achieve $1 million in annual revenue. Here at eWomen Network, we have a complete success system that supports you every step of the way in building and growing your business. You being here right now, it's no accident. We're supposed to know about you. We want to meet you to find out how we can help you, as well as learn about what you have to offer. With over 500,000 women connected through 118 chapters across the United States, Canada, Australia, and the United Kingdom, you are never alone. If this is resonating with you, please go to ewomennetwork.com/Charlotte. Notice too my contact information. I invite you to reach out to me and to check out our upcoming in-person and online events. I'm really looking forward to introducing you to our special community.
Everyone, listen, make sure you check out eWomen Network. It is really a great business women entrepreneur group. And if you become a member, then just put Kim Jacobs as your sponsor and I'll connect you to your managing director. But ewomennetwork.com, check it out. And we have our events every third Thursday in Charlotte, North Carolina. And it's ewomennetwork.com/Charlotte. And you'll be able to get more information for those. So I'm trying to determine, is resilience something that can be taught, or is it something that has to already be within you, Kae? Kae is what I'm wondering. And then tell us some tips. on how to do it?
I would say both.
Okay.
Okay, because it can be taught in reference to techniques to help you grow through your challenges as well as see the opportunities in the challenges.
Mm-hmm.
And then I say from within, because it's up to the individual themselves to be able to go ahead and say, okay, I can get through this, I can grow through this, or I'm better than this.
Okay.
You know, so that's why I say it's both.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
So what you're doing as the person that's sharing your story is you're able to use your own life as an example for us to kind of pattern ourselves after. You like, if I can do it, you can do it. Right? Is what I'm thinking.
That is correct. Because everyone's life story is different. We're all different. We're all unique. Okay. And I am utilizing my story because my goal, what it is to be impactful and to help others with my story. Okay. And then also to help others in showing them techniques or truths that have worked for me.
Okay.
So in my book, Resiliency at Its Finest, Spiritually, Mentally, Emotionally, I do in fact have, and I can, oh, there you go. I do have not only, it takes you on the journey. All right. But there are techniques, there are lessons within that journey, and there are techniques at the end of the book itself that will help the reader as well. And then I'll have the journal that's a companion to that. That's the larger size.
And I have that one. Share the screen for that one because I couldn't get the download.
Oh, here. Okay, that's fine. I have it here. So here's the journal, Resiliency at Its Finest. It's bigger. It's a 88-page journal that covers not only the techniques, but it allows you, yes, it gives you more writing space, more that you can dive into with the workbook journal. So it's not just a journal, just writing itself. It's a workbook to help the reader.
That's good.
And both,
I love that. So my mom, she's a big believer that if she's reading a book, she actually has like a 3-ring binder, and she always takes notes and puts application as to how it can apply to her life. So this book, Mom, you're going to have a journal with it. So she's going to be like, Kim, give me the book. You know how I feel about that. Journal. She has to have the journal if you offer a journal. So this is good.
Yes. Okay. All right. So to answer the question in reference to what I recommend or how I coach people to go ahead and instill or invoke their resiliency is 5 truths that carried me through in life. All right. And I would like to share those. So if you grab a pen and paper, you can quickly jot this down.
Don't even say it until I get some people in the studio audience saying, I'm taking notes. Somebody type that. Let's see if y'all are not taking notes, then I'm not even gonna have her saying this stuff. So I am taking notes. Acknowledge the fact that you're taking some notes so that she can go ahead and start dropping these tips and these strategies. If it's not, let me see. I see a bunch of y'all on here too. So let me see here. And remember too, just while we're giving you a chance to type that Kim Jacobs Show now is also on CTR Media Network, on that app, on Roku, and on Apple TV and Spotify TV and all of those different television streaming platforms, as well as it streams in 100 countries and 300-something million households, and it's on all kind of audio downloads. So even if you don't watch shows, you can listen to it on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Amazon Music, you name it, and then on all of these social media platforms too. So there is no excuse for you not to be able to tune into the Kim Jacobs Show if you want more balance in your life. Okay, let's see. All of these people that's on here, are y'all typing? Are y'all typing that you are doing this? Let's see. I see you, Dr. Lotus. I see you, Mom. I see you, Tamika. I see, it's so many different platforms. I'm not gonna be able to do that. But I see you said I'm taking notes. Okay. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for your obedience. Let's hear some tips. Your 5.
Okay, so a few of my tips here. The first one of 5, having faith. It is important to have faith in a higher power, of having faith that's greater than yourself. Okay, because true strength comes from believing in something that's greater than you.
Yes.
That's the first tip.
Having faith. Somebody type that. Having faith.
Having faith in your higher power.
In your higher power. Somebody type that. Okay.
All right. The next one will be the power of determination. It is important to have determination because, as we know, determination is the relentless drive to achieve, any of your goals, despite any obstacles that may come your way. And a determined person, they're going to overcome anything.
Having determination. Okay.
All right. And number 3 is that you define your reality. And this is yes, you define your reality. This can be mentally, your mindset, as well as your spirit. Know that you define your reality. Never allow someone's negative perception to become your reality.
That's right. That's good. Okay, keep it going. Keep it going.
All right. And also, as I shared earlier, I know that all of us have stories to share or have stories that we can share. It's up to the person if they choose to.
Right.
But keep in mind that you write your own story. You hold the pen and you are the author of your story, your truth.
So write your own story. Okay.
All right.
All right.
All right.
And the story is number 4, y'all.
Yes. And number 5 of my 5 truths is the power of forgiveness.
Yes. Okay.
We hear it all the time. You need to forgive. You need to forgive. But do people really understand what forgiveness is? Because forgiveness is not about excusing others. It's not. All right. It's about freeing yourself.
That's good.
It is about freeing yourself. And by forgiving, you release resentment, pain, anger of the situation that took place. And it allows you to create space for self-love.
That's good.
For your self-worth and your emotional freedom. That's what forgiveness is for. And also, forgiveness allows you to break free of the spiritual, mental, and emotional chains that a situation may have had over you, and allows you to reclaim your power and peace. That is the power of forgiveness.
Power and peace. Yes. Whew. Okay. This is good.
Yes.
So we're going to go back over. I saw a very obedient student, and I would like to just comment on your obedience. Mercy Collins, thank you so much. You have become a part of the note-taking club here at the Kim Jacobs Show. Let's see. Mercy Collins said, I'm taking notes. Number 1, he said, and you said, is having faith in your higher power. Having faith in your higher power. My mom, she slipped in there. She like, I ain't taking no notes until I get my journal and my book from Kae. And she like, it's Kae, Mom, Kae. She like, I don't care. Get the book and the journal. Thank you in advance. Thank you, Mommy. I'll get it. Okay. Also, number 2, having determination. Mercy's put up there for you. And you define your own reality is number 3. Number 4, Kae says, write your own story. Stop letting everybody write your story for you. Write your own story. Imagine if she didn't go back and talk to that 8th grade, to that teacher, she would have never graduated with her middle school class, which would not have given her enough probably resilience and what is that when you become so bold and courageous to be able to then go to the high school and say, yeah, I got me and my baby. Now what?
Yeah, and you're right. It's That's pretty much how it was because it's like as a mother, how we are,
right?
Okay, but although I was a young mother, I still had that mother, protection. But that's how it was. You have to be courageous. You have to have that courage, and that comes from within. That's not something that someone can say. Okay, you need to be courageous. They need to tell you go be courageous. No, it comes from within.
That's good.
So yes, that's what it took.
Then the number 5 of her truths that she executes on and implements in her own life is the power of forgiveness. Now, I do want to find out with those that are watching my show, some of them may have teenage daughters that have also had children. What advice would you give a mother? Because now you're a mother of older children too, but you're also a teen mom. What advice would you give mothers of teen moms And how can we as mothers support our teenage children that may have children? I don't have that. That's not my situation, but I'm saying just generically.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. The advice I would give is that be there for them, be supportive, be loving, be caring, be kind, and be understanding. That's what I would say for those that have teenage daughters, that are mothers, teen mothers.
And teen fathers, because if you have a teen daughter that's had a baby, then probably she was with her teen boyfriend that is also the father. So you have two teen parents at this point.
Right. Possibly the situations are always different. I can say that. The backstories behind them, the situations are always different. But for that daughter, is to be there for them, be caring, loving, understanding, and supportive on their journey.
And I'm glad you said that the situations are always different, because so many different people come on the Kim Jacobs Show, and some have been molested, some have had children by their parents, by their father. It's been a lot of
So it's the backstory behind is usually different. That's why I say it's different. And in my case it wasn't. Let's see. In my case, it was where the person was older than myself, and it was more of a mind. Had my mind, So just doing. But if you go ahead and grab Resiliency at Its Finest, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, that's available on Amazon. Okay, you can get it on Amazon as well as 7 other different platforms. There's more information. There's more to the story. I must say that.
There's a lot more to the story that y'all have to get the book to read, and then you're gonna be on a real roller coaster ride. It's not even this right. This is a trailer is what's happening. What she's sharing here. So you have to get the book. Resiliency at Its Finest is available on Amazon. This is information. We put it over there in the link for you. But for those that are listening and can't see the platform, all you have to do is go to Amazon.com and type in Resiliency at Its Finest. And then it's spiritually, emotionally. You type that in, you're going to see Kae Kazmende, and you will be able to get that. Now, Kae, we talked a lot about you being a single parent. We also talked about you being married some. How did you end up coming to the conclusion that I need to step on and go on with the rest of my life? Because those are some very difficult decisions that you have to make. When you finally get a husband, you're married now. You got your baby daddy people, so it's like, I ain't gonna let you go. I want to stay. Most women be like, I gotta keep you, baby. We got to stay together. So how did you end up being divorced?
Well, you have to come to the conclusion if your peace of mind and your self-love is worth holding on to something that has run its course. That individual has to make that decision.
We're gonna put a pin in it right there. We ain't gonna spend the money on that. That's about, my grandma said, that's about the size of it, baby.
Yes, you have.
When she said that, it's over. She's like, girl, that's about the size of it right there.
Yeah. So you have to make the determination of what's most important, because typically, for us as a mother, as a woman, as a wife, as a partner, as a girlfriend, whatever, we wear many hats, and we have the S on our chest. And having the S on your chest is not just superwoman, but you lose who you really are if you know who you really are, because you're putting everything and everyone before who you really are. And you don't know anything. Like I said, you have to determine if it's worth, your self-worth, your peace of mind is worth holding on to something that has already run its course. And when you make that decision, it's not an easy decision to make. I can tell you that it's not. But when you make that decision, again, that's where your resilience is going to come into play, because it's a change. It's a change. It's something different that you're not accustomed to, that you're not used to. And for some people, they don't like change. Change is good. Okay. But it depends on how a person look at change. Is good. It gets you out of your comfort zone.
It's the only thing that's against.
Yes. Exactly. It's going to happen. So either you go against the grain or you go with it. How about go with it and grow through what it is that you need to grow through, which is going to build your resiliency, and actually you have it from before of whatever you experienced before, but it builds it even more. And that's where the finest comes at. You begin to fine tune a lot of that.
Yes, you look like you've been refined over there in a beautiful way. God has smiled on you and letting you still glow. I don't even know what your age is, but you look good. And Mackenzie on my team said that I was a teen mama too. And she said, ask me how I know. And she said, because every situation is different as well. And Mercy, I see you saying, yes, I'm in your note-taking club. I see what you're saying. All right, listen. We're talking, for those of you that may be just tuning in, we're talking with Kae about how to have resiliency at its finest. And her book is available on Amazon. Make sure y'all don't let today go by without getting a copy of this book right on Amazon. You'll learn more about spiritually, mentally, and emotionally, how you can be resilient and how you can do it at its finest, how you can really fine tune these things. I do want to take a moment to invite you all to be a partner with the Kim Jacobs Show. And the way that we keep this program, Monday through Friday, y'all, 11 a.m. We are on every day, bringing you episodes that are new from people that are living all around the world. Where are you located, Kae?
I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina.
I did not know that. I'm in Charlotte.
Awesome.
That's crazy. So we have to do lunch or something.
Absolutely. When it's warmer outside. Absolutely.
And I just yesterday, I think she lives in Georgia, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, people come on the Kim Jacobs Show, and y'all are all over the world. I have had people that come on from out of different countries, and that's why I like the platforms like this, because you get a chance to do the virtual hugs and things if you can't really have connected with if I wasn't able to connect with the person in person. But in your case, girl, we gonna be connected.
Yes.
Same city. That's cool. Yes, it is cool. I'm excited. You probably next week. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Listen, y'all, partner with the Kim Jacobs Show, please, because the only way, we don't have any production paid for or anything by any other sources except for you. So all of these platforms that cost significant money to maintain and bring on, as well as staff and all of the things, the tips and things that we get to share with you, the templates and banners and flyers and all of these things, they cost. Take a moment, if you would, to send any contribution. We don't charge our guests to be a guest here on the show, but take a moment and screenshot. Let's smile, okay? Because sometimes people put you on Facebook any old crazy way. So I'll be like, y'all take that picture down. Oh, that is not how I look. Right. And pour into the Kim Jacobs Show. You can send it through Cash App, $ Kim Jacobs Inc. You can, somebody just sent yesterday a Zelle. So you can Zelle it to 704-962-7161. You can do PayPal, paypal.me/Kim Jacobs Inc. And we do have Venmo as well. And that's at the Kim Jacobs Show. For those that are Patreon members, you already know I've asked y'all some questions this past week, and you have been giving me some advice. So I do have a private community, patreon.com. It's a monthly subscription, and we have different levels of communication. So go become a Patreon member if you want as well. All right. So, Kae.
Yes.
You talk about spirituality, emotional, all of these different facets. How important is self-care to you being able to be resilient as you're going through that journey of resiliency?
It is very important. It's a priority, because you need to take care of yourself. Because if you're sick, tired, exhausted, how are you able to go ahead and take care of others? So self-care is very, very important. And really, who wants to be sick? That's no way. No. You want to be live, vibrant, and it's important to take time out to push away from things. Take a break. Do some me time, getting your nails done, your feet done. Yeah. Even if it's something you want to read, meditating, anything that pertains to where you focus on you.
That's right.
And that is in my journal. That's why I created the journal workbook the way that I did, so that they focus on the person and taking care of yourself. And when you feel good, you look good. When you look good, look, you can perform. It's just it's contagious. It's vibrant. So self-care is very important.
That's good. And you know what? And I like the fact that people don't know some of the stuff that was happening backstage before we even came on. But when we came on, we were just like ready to go. Like everything was wonderful, right? And
Exactly.
it wasn't what we're faking. It's just literally almost like I don't want to say a button is being pushed, but the way that God has equipped us and built us, it's like, okay, that's that. Let's go. It's time to move forward, right?
Right. Exactly.
And that's how God, I believe, works. So,
yes.
So your spirituality, how important has that been in your journey to going through all of these very devastating moments in your life?
Well, there was a time where I did question, like, God, why me? Why am I going through this? You know, but I learned to stop asking that question, because I now, later in life, where I am now, understand that I was being prepared. There's no way that I can talk about my story if I wasn't healed. There's no way that I can write that book, which shows true vulnerability, if I wasn't healed. There's no way that I can say I am an empowerment transformational coach if I wasn't healed. And that, if I wasn't prepared as well, that came from God and the train or the track of my life. Okay. And again, it's all, everybody course in life is different. We're all unique. And I had to go ahead and have those experiences, grow through those experiences so that I can be who and where I am today.
Look at God. Look at God, right? And how he's
just give it to God
through you. And I see Mercy. Mercy just sent over a Cash App. Mackenzie will pull herself on the screen and be like, that goes to my to my I'll put you on the screen, Mackenzie. Mackenzie done unblocked herself. Look. Now, Mackenzie didn't even show her camera the whole time, did she, Kae?
No, she did not. That's the first time seeing her.
She felt like they're doing that. Mackenzie, get off that screen. No, I'm sorry, but that's hilarious because Mackenzie is one of my staff members, and she's like, way to go, way to go. Oh, silly. You got to have some fun sometime in life.
Absolutely. Laughter is great. It is good for you.
Thank you, Mercy, for your contribution to the Kim Jacobs Show. And thank you, Cynthia Long. I know you had sent a contribution as well. We'll do shout outs and just thank all of you that have been pouring into the Kim Jacobs Show and whatever platforms. But we thank you for believing in our show and the program. And again, as we balance this thing called life, it doesn't mean that every aspect of the life is going to look so pretty and so polished, because there are some things that we go through that are seasons in our lives that we never may have expected to happen. But that's why we bring people on like Kae to say, you got it. You can do this. Let me help you. How can people connect with you, Kae, please?
Okay, I am available on all social media platforms. I have a website, rockandcurvy.com.
What is it called?
That's ROCK, N as in Nancy, KUR, V as in Victor, Y.com is my website. So rockandcurvy.com. I'm good. Also, you can find me on Facebook, either under Rock and Curvy or my name, Kae Kazmende, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, as well as YouTube.
Perfect.
Okay, and again, my the book and the journal is available in digital format as well as paperback on 7 different platforms, but mainly Amazon.com.
Okay, yeah, there's no reason for us to be going through life downtrodden, overwhelmed, stressed out, overthinking everything when you have people like Kae who's saying, get my book, get the journal. It's going to help you. You're going to hear a story that's going to change your life. And I'm also willing for you to stay connected with me through Rock in, the letter N, Curvy, KURVY.com, rockincurvy.com. Reach out to her. She'll talk to you. She will take you on as a client. She will help you on your journey as you're trying to just reestablish yourself in this thing called life. I couldn't bring better guests. I want to pat myself on the back. Y'all, everybody's worried about all of these different places and platforms. Guess what? Right here on the Kim Jacobs Show, if you're sharing this broadcast, people's lives are getting better because she is providing a missing piece to the puzzle that might be just missing in your everyday life. So thank you, Kae, for being here today.
Yes, and thank you, Kim, for having me on the show. It's been a pleasure. Thank you. I look forward to lunch and seeing you again.
I think we're going to become friends. I'm excited about that. I don't have too many buddies, but I'm excited about this. Let's see. Who else made comments? I didn't want to disregard any comments, but I see you said you're welcome. Thank you. Thank you. Mackenzie said, listen, my kids need diapers. You think I'm playing? Mackenzie, you are funny back there. You'd have made the whole show turn into like almost like one of them housewives shows. Like, look, I'm blurring. There she go, look. Mackenzie, you are hilarious. Okay. You like my kids need this. Her comment, y'all. My kids need diapers, y'all. Apply, support the Kim Jacobs Show. We're being silly. Let me get you off the screen, y'all. Thank you so much for being here today, Kae. Seriously, was there anything you didn't say that you wanted to say? I know we've.
I would like to leave everyone with something to think about. Resilience. Renew. Endure.
Wait a minute. You didn't tell Mercy he gotta get ready to take his notes. She can ready to spell out resilience. Somebody take the note. Go ahead. What is it?
So resilience, renew, endure, strength, inspire yourself, learn the lessons.
Wait a minute. R is renew, E is endure.
S is strength.
Okay.
The I is inspire yourself. The L is learn the lessons. The I is improve. The E is empower yourself with confidence.
I'm not keeping up good enough. I'm trying to type it. R is renew. E is endure. S is strength. I is inspire yourself. Then what?
L is learn the lessons.
Learn the lessons. Okay.
I is improve.
I is improve. Okay.
The E is empower yourself with confidence.
Empower yourself with confidence. Okay.
The N is navigate through the difficulties.
Navigate through the difficulties. Okay.
Okay. Then you have your C for courage. Courage to face the challenges head on.
C, face the
challenges. Challenges head on.
Okay.
And the E is for evolve. Evolve. Yes, evolve.
Okay. All right. So I just typed everything and Mercy said, Mercy, like, Lord have mercy. Wait a minute, she's going too fast for me. She's going too fast for me. She's going too fast. All right, here's what she said. Is R is for renew, E is endure, S is for strength, I is inspire yourself, L is learn the lessons, I is improve, E is empower yourself with confidence, N is navigate through the difficulties, C is face the challenges head on, and E is for evolve. Y'all learned that. Drop the mic right here on the Kim Jacobs Show from Kae Kazmende. Thank you, Kae.
Thank you, Kim. Thank you so much. It's been a joy. Thank you.
All right, I'm going to call you because I have to go take my daughter to a doctor's appointment, but I'm going to call you in a few minutes. Y'all,
okay.
Have a great day. Love you all. See you tomorrow. Wait. Tomorrow. Freestyle Friday. Right here on the Kim Jacobs Show. Make sure that you are in your virtual seats because we're going to talk about how to accomplish your goals with 3 of our Freestyle Friday experts, Sunshine expert, Athena Robertson, our mental health expert, Natasha Halliday, and our self-carepreneur expert, Sharon D. Brown. We will see you tomorrow at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you, Kae. Have a great day, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in to today's episode of The Kim Jacobs Show and for being in the virtual studio audience. Your presence truly does make a difference, and I look forward to you bringing your friends and family to join you in the virtual studio audience Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I look forward to seeing you and make it a great day.